Islam, Shalom, Hola, Aloha, Osio, Bonjour, Assalamu Alaikum. This is your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor. Do you have questions about claiming your nationality? Are you confused or hesitant on how to get started or where to get started? Resources on what to study? Questions and answers? Maybe even a question on where to purchase an authentic fez. Help me help you. Book your session below. Use keywords Moorish nationality.
Well, we ruined the planet, we dispossessed, imprisoned and slaughtered First Nations people, we enforced gender roles, we systemized rape, racism, misogyny, transphobia, homophobia, ableism, classism and unsustainable food industries. We allowed fossil fuel companies to operate our elected officials like ventriloquist dummies from hell, raping our planet for economic gain. We turned the prisons and military into big business. We sold our land, our resources, our water table and the port of Darwin to the Chinese, who we're now in a trade war with. We empowered the church to such a degree it's now just a tax haven for pedophiles, with the ability to manipulate government policy and mandate legislation on women's bodies without their consent. And we bred dogs to a superficial aesthetic level so they can no longer breathe. But pugs are so cute the way they suffocate when they walk. Their eyes are pointing in different directions because they're asking both owners to kill them.
That bro, once I stopped eating them toxic foods in the hood, my thinking stopped being toxic. I haven't eaten McDonald's in like 6 years. No Burger King, no Subway, like no processed food. You gotta change your whole life.
The nutrition thing is actually real.
I feel totally different.
You wake up with energy.
People would think I'm crazy. I said, bro, once I stopped eating them toxic foods in the hood, my thinking stopped being toxic. If you stop eating that shit, your brain is gonna function clear and you're gonna make smart decisions just off of the food you eat. I didn't know it until I did it. That sounds crazy, but you just gotta experience and be like, damn, he's telling the truth. And the person that got me on the nutrition, he said, how could you trust somebody knowingly making bad decisions to their body? How could you trust them making a good decision about you? If you know this is bad, and that cracked me up when he said that, like, damn, that's kind of is crazy. And they purposely station these toxic places in the neighborhood so you'll be forced to, it's convenient for you. You ain't forced to eat it, but it's so convenient that you damn near pick it. Now, I live in the burbs, it's hard to find a McDonald's.
All right, Toxon, it's been 30 days since our last video. Let's see that Japanese Big Mac.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
You've seen my other Big Mac videos. The anti-aging Big Mac has outlasted a Whopper, Five Guys, and even Chick-fil-A. But this time we're comparing a Big Mac to a Big Mac. The same burger, two countries, but 5,000 miles apart. So the question is this just a McDonald's problem? Or is this an American problem?
McDonald's Big Mac is not a healthy option. Everyone loves occasional burger, right? But the biggest question is, this is real food or not? Real food should rock. Healthy or not? Let's find out.
Okay, first let's check on my American Big Mac from last month. I got this one in September. Let's see what we got here. No surprises. Nothing's changed. No rot, no smell, nothing. Even some of the lettuce is still green. That's always so weird to me. And just for fun, let's open the Big Mac that I got almost 10 months ago. This one was from December of 2024. Wow, surprise, surprise. It hasn't aged a bit. Look at that. These guys are basically Irish twins together. Okay, Toxon, it's Japan's turn.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Okay, Joe-san, this is crazy. Mine's are molding hairy. Ew, stinks.
You guys, look, these are the same burgers. Why does Japan's look like Hagrid and mine looks like it got Botox?
It's so nasty, but I'm happy to molding. You have me worried, Joe-san. I thought mine's going to like yours.
Yeah, apparently mine isn't food. This is industrialized. This is engineered to last forever, not to feed you.
And you wonder why Americans so sick compared to Japan. Even the junk food lots here in Japan.
Seriously, I guess this isn't just a McDonald's thing. This is the entire US food system. Someone needs to send this to Bobby Kennedy or Callie Means or Joe Rogan, anyone that gives a crap that can actually do something to start fixing our broken food system.
Even though mine's real, but still isn't healthy food. Especially when most of your diet is ultra processed. In Japan, it's becoming a problem. That's why I use the protocol.
Same with me. And if this is new to you, or if you're stuck, or if you need some motivation, go to both of our profiles. Our protocol is in there, even free tools to make it easier to be healthy rather than just relying on your willpower alone. Take control or be controlled. Your choice. Because you can't just wait for someone to make Big Macs great again.
Move to Japan. いらっしゃい.
So yeah, if you want a Big Mac that actually molds, then book a flight to Tokyo and come with me. We'll go have one with Talks on. If this video kind of freaks you out, good. Share it with someone else.
This is the first time in human history corporations are selling ice cream that cannot melt and people are buying it. Under FDA rules, to be classified as ice cream, it must have 10% milk fat and a certain ratio of solids to air. Since these brands can't meet that standard, they're technically classified as frozen dairy dessert rather than ice cream. They cut the milk and cream with cheaper ingredients like seed oils, corn syrup solids, and most importantly, these emulsifiers and stabilizers. So that's monoglycerides, all the gums, carrageenan. Industrial mixers overrun the base with up to 100% air so that the structure holds even when the water melts because these emulsifiers are holding it together. The ice cream we are sold by Big Food is one of the most obvious lies in plain sight. Real ice cream should just be dairy products and a sweetener, so look for that when you go to the store. This is the first time in human history we have been dunking chicken in chlorine, labeling it as organic, and people are buying it. 97% of chickens processed through USDA are bathed in it, and this includes certified organic. In industrial farming, such large volumes of chicken are processed all in the same bath, so if one chicken contains harmful bacteria like salmonella, that'll spread to the rest of them. Therefore, the USDA mandates another layer of sanitation, allowing up to 50 parts per million of chlorine. Chlorine wash is actually banned in the European Union, and US federal regulations do not require disclosure of sanitation ingredients on packaging. The better alternative is air chilled, where the birds are passed through a cold chamber rather than a chlorine bath, and this also eliminates contamination risk without getting chlorine in your chicken.
Speaking of money, Bill Gates.
What's he doing?
Behind this company that made this new butter, right?
Yes.
Better believe it's not butter because it's not. It's made out of gasoline.
It's using carbon. The company is working with restaurants, bakeries, and food suppliers to incorporate their carbon-made butter. So we're not even going to have a choice in the matter
Yeah, I was gonna say-
whether we're going to be eating it or not. They're walking through where they're making the butter, and there's this thing right here, this huge tub, and it's just
Slop water?
It's called slop water.
And he's behind this company. It's a birth control that you take it and you won't have babies for 8 years.
Like, one, that can't be good for any type of insides.
No, it
or-
has to be terrible for you.
It's in Kenya and Nigeria are the two places that it's been approved for rollout. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is behind the rollout. It's for population expansion control, but it's like, dude,
8 years.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
talking about a potential 8-year minimum gap in population. That's huge.
they're talking about expanding into India. They want to like limit in all of these places. It's an IUD hormone disruptor and progestin via the needle application. They're also pumping out all of these other self-administered needles. You're giving all of this out to a population who may or may not be well educated on what to do
Yeah.
with all of that.
Well, especially if research is coming out now with birth control being a cancer-causing thing, you know?
It's complicated because it's like we're outstretching a hand to Africa and saying, like, women, you don't have to necessarily have a family if you don't want to, and you can work and stuff like that. But it could also be complicated, and I would just hope that we're educating the women.
Yeah, Bill Gates.
And the thing is, he always made like
Women's priorities first.
Yeah, 100%.
He's always made human health first
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like never profited.
No.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I want to make money here, but first I want to educate. That's a verbatim quote from Mr. Gates himself.
Money's
Right.
good, but helping others is better.
This is insane.
Let me show you. So I'm going to take the paint off the can here. So we've got the paint off now.
Wow. Plastic in a can, bro.
So this is what I'm talking about, guys. When you think you're drinking from a can, you're not drinking from a can. You're drinking from a plastic bag that's inside of a can. And you're getting all those microplastics, those hormone disrupting chemicals, and all those negative things absorbing into your drink. So avoid the cans and go for glass, stainless steel, or copper.
Avoid soda.
What if I told you that some of the most influential and powerful people in the world who are controlling this whole thing, this whole show, know what I'm about to say and are actively protecting themselves against it, but it's not talked about in the mainstream? Wait until you hear this. Breaking news. You may think this is just another post about microplastics, but I just found out something about chewing gum. I don't know how many people know this. So yes, we're finding microplastics in human brains now, 3 to 5 times higher than previously thought. A spoonful of microplastics, and apparently the brain has 30 times more microplastics than other organs. I guess it's getting right in the blood. That's the problem with nanoplastics. They're so small they can go right in your blood. They go in your brain. They bypass the blood-brain barrier. But apparently, gum could be a major source of microplastic exposure. Chewing gum may come with more than just flavor. It can be delivering microplastics straight into your mouth. Because the gum base is made of plastic. UCLA researchers found that a single stick can release up to 3,000 plastic particles into your saliva, especially within the first 2 minutes of chewing. If you're a regular gum chewer, that could mean ingesting 30,000 microplastics a year just from gum. Now, there's actually a lot more I want to say about microplastics, the problem with it, and how to detox it. But believe it or not, this is an extremely censored topic, almost as if there's a concerted effort to make sure there's a lot of these things inside of you.
So yeah, I got to show y'all something. I thought that it was capping when I seen it. But look. Look at, I got these from, do these supposed to do that? That's weird. Yeah, I got these from the curb market. And it's so crazy. I seen a lady do this yesterday. And I'm like, my mouth dropped, so I'm like, y'all see this?
Food is not food anymore. Like, do you know what azodibicarbonamide is? Well, it's an ingredient that's banned in Europe that's used to make foam plastics like yoga mats and shoe soles. Now, we put it in our bread because it makes the dough rise faster, which means more output per hour and more profit for the manufacturer. There's also another ingredient called diacetyl tartaric acid esters of mono and diglycerides. It is a dough conditioner that strengthens the dough and keeps it soft for weeks, extending the shelf life, aka, once again, more profit. The downside is that it leads to inflammation of the heart. Calcium propionate, a preservative. It prevents molding, which maybe a lot of us haven't seen in our food in a while, but it does happen naturally if you don't eat your food. It is linked to a bunch of developmental issues, motor and cognitive impairments, language delay, dementia, seizures, autism. In fact, here is a pretty long list of chemical ingredients that are commonly found in our store-bought bread here in America that's banned or restricted in other countries. So if you're feeling bloated, foggy, tired, inflamed, breaking out, or just off, you might want to check the bread that you've been eating.
Islam, Shalom, Hola, Aloha, Bonjour, Osio, Assalamu Alaikum, Konnichiwa. This your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor, coming to you live in full effect. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell down below so you can be notified whenever I'm dropping some new content. Leave a comment, interact with me. Thank you, I really do appreciate that viewership. Special thanks to like the 3 or 4 subs who are always watching my content. I really do appreciate that watch time. Hopefully you enjoyed those clips at the beginning, and I'm going to probably show some at the end to help drive my point home. I'll be back at it again with another episode of Food Wars. Alright, as you're seeing from a lot of those clips, like, what isn't poison, fam? What isn't a chemical? That's what I'm going to call this one. Chemicals and poison. It's like, we already know that the U.S. and Israel has declared food and water are not human rights. So, you know, if they deprive us of it, they're not committing any kind of human rights violations, right? I was talking about this in previous videos. They want to make a manufactured famine, all right? You might not even be aware that we're at war, fam. They already pulled the trigger, you know what I'm saying? The previous episodes before, bang, bang, you've been hit. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know you've been hit. You just look down, you already bleeding out. You look around you, there's casualties taken left and right, front and center, fam. I'm telling you. It's like, how can we protect ourselves? How can we potentially get back on the right track? You know what I'm saying? RFK was supposed to be, you know, banning a lot of these chemicals and stuff. That stuff might be on the way, but it's moving a little slow. But I did warn you that these companies, these corporations, these businesses, they're going to continue to sell those products until, I believe, 2026, when they're no longer allowed to sell them. So they need to clean out those warehouses. They need to clean out those inventories, fam. Because the main thing is, you know, protecting that bottom line, making sure to get as much profit as possible, you know, shareholders and all that. All right. So whenever you're hungry, you, I, your children, their answer is give them poison, give them chemicals. Like anything that you put on your skin, we already know the FDA, the CDC is not really protecting us like they're supposed to. Even like products you put on your skin, lotions, creams, all that stuff, it has chemicals in it, fam. Chemicals that are not good for us. Endocrine disruptors, soft metals, microplastics. It's like the list goes on and on and on. But like I told you, the war has already been declared. We are being experimented on, fam. It's like chemical warfare, all right? And bio warfare, biological weapons, all right? Bioengineered ingredients, fam. A bioengineered ingredient, that's a bioweapon, fam. That's a biological weapon created to alter you and I, alter the way you think, alter the way your body regenerates, and implanting different signals and different kind of chemical components in order for them to combine and or respond to certain type of frequencies, right? You can't put it past these demons and devils that are really trying to hijack our biological systems. You have to be very aware. Let me know how I'm doing down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Hey man, this is a war. You might not know it. I'm really just trying to get you prepared. Really just trying to warn you, spread some awareness out here. Let me know how I'm doing down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. This is your brother Zach Bay. They declared war on all of us. How are you going to respond? Peace.
Not feeding the babies we have. Why does the government want more? We're not feeding the babies we have. Why does the government want more? I know you're thinking, what's your statistic? Where's your proof that we're not feeding the babies we have? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that my toddler's daycare just opened a food bank in the fucking lobby? My toddler's daycare just opened a food bank in the fucking lobby because his classmates might not be able to eat. We got the government. Who's in charge of SNAP benefits? The government. That's in charge of food. The government that decides where our fucking money is gonna go is gonna give $40 billion to Argentina. They're gonna build a fucking ballroom to have big old gilded dances. They're gonna send how much fucking money for missiles? But the babies we already got, we're not gonna fucking feed. We already don't feed the babies. And the government's out here saying we're under-babied. We're not under-babied, we're underpaid. You want more babies? Fucking pay us. Give us the money to feed our fucking kids. Could you try that?
Could you think that one through? Could you pull up one Excel spreadsheet that says pay the moms and dads and they'll fuck more? Who wants to fuck right now with these bills? Who wants to, huh? Who wants to nut and have it count? Right now, when any moment your fucking job can be taken by AI, or because of some fucking tariff, because some psychopath from the Epstein plane decides on a willy-nilly whim that he's mad at Canada or some shit. Over and over again, I keep getting told it's our fault. It's our fault that America's this way. Well, it's real fucking crazy. When I look at this government, with how much fucking money they make and how many fucking vacations they get to use, tell me how we don't get paid family leave. Tell me how the minimum wage at $7.25 just makes just enough sense. Have Dr. Oz of all fucking people stand next to RFK Jr. telling us that we're underbabied and we need to do work. Fuck you! Do your job!
Explain the different variations of water.
Yeah, so generally speaking, even more important than it being alkaline water is the fact that it's coming from a living source. So you got a lot of alkaline waters that a lot of times is tap water that they run through an artificial induced process to make it alkaline. This is from a natural living spring with rich crystal mineral based land. So it's got that life source in it, packed with living minerals versus synthetic or induced or brought in minerals. You know, you can't beat God's very own. So like I said, the first thing is from a living source. So it's life in the bottle. And then the second thing, far as alkalinity goes, for those who don't know, is based on the pH scale. So 7 is neutral. Anything under 7 is acidic. Above 7 is alkaline. And at first I assumed the higher the alkalinity, the better. But I come to find out that you can get it too high. Our bodies usually resonate around 7, 7.1, 7.2. So you want something that's kind of close to your body levels. So a lot of these waters you see in stores, 9, 9.5 and all of that, good. It's too high. And that's usually an indicator that it's artificially induced. So ours resonates around 7.5, which is a good equalizer for your body.
What's the difference between alkaline and spring water? Because spring is from a natural source too. It's from a spring, right?
Yeah. So any water source, the alkalinity or the acidity is based on the pH. So a well could be alkaline, it could be acidic. A spring could be alkaline, it could be acidic. The spring though, the thing that's great about the spring is it's a moving water source. So it's got that kinetic energy, it's got that energetic flow, that electricity in it. You know, versus wells can be good depending on the quality of the land and the water, but it's still water, the spring is moving, so it's got that electric energy.
Oh, I told you, Ocean Spray scared. Look at this. This is my family's business right here, $199. I told y'all. Target Supercenter is $199. Guess who is $269 up until this week? Ocean Spray. They nervous, man. They're coming down on price because they see us taking market share. Make sure you support. If you see this on your For You page, go to Target.com and see exactly where this product is located, because we are going to help sell and prove the system wrong. We're going to be the #1 canned jellied cranberry sauce company this season. Make sure to go support.
Did you know you can help feed a family for $0.00 just by sharing this video? Come with me to the Community Food Center located at 3500 Martin Luther King on the west side of Atlanta. Y'all, I love this place. It was set up just like a grocery store, y'all. And y'all know, with the food stamps being on the hot right now, we need places like this. And it's okay to need help. Do you understand me? They had a number of items from canned goods to snacks to chicken to ground beef to bread. Y'all, they even had Similac for the babies. You understand me? Y'all, we need places like this. And if you need help, I want you to comment below food so that I can send you the direct link if you're in the Atlanta area. I'm going to be packaging up some things for the homeless and giving back to the community, because that's what it's about. I'm praying for you and your family during this time of despair. I'm praying that you keep your family covered in prayer, because only God can bring us through this. I know there are so many families struggling right now, but all you have to do is call on the name of God, and He is going to meet you exactly where you are. So, y'all, like I said, this is located at 3500 Martin Luther King Drive. on the southwest side of Atlanta. Thank you so much to Tiffany, to Miss Wendy, to Alejandro, to TD, and to the security that was out front. And until then, guys, stay blessed, stay prayed up, and remember, God got you. In Jesus' name, amen.